Gravy train pulling into the station. Let's talk some show with our good friend Danny Graves. Danny, I got to ask you about Steven Matz because he's on some roll right now. I know the Mets have had a lost season with so many injuries, but he had another good start tonight. Hasn't allowed a run in his last 17 innings here. How badly did the Mets need him to pitch well right now?
Well, I think it's no question that he needs to be this type of pitcher every time out because this is what they signed up for with him. When he's on the mound and healthy, he goes up and puts up some pretty decent numbers. But the problem is, Dylan, he can't stay on the mound. He can't stay there every fifth day or, through his 4 starts this year, between his 3rd start and tonight's start has been the only one that's been on a normal routine,
right?
With 4 days in between. And now he goes out and really shoves it like he's supposed to be doing. So to me, he needs to stop worrying about his, whatever it is that doesn't feel great or it's not 100%. Nobody feels 100%. So go out there and pitch on your scheduled day and see what happens. And we saw today what happened. When he's pitching on a normal schedule, he is lights out. And this is exactly what the Mets need for the rest of the year. But until he proves to me and a lot of other people that he can pitch every 5th day for a full season, I'm not buying into it yet.
I know you've been tough on him, and I know because of the talent level, you feel like, look, this is something a young player's got to deal with, is figuring out pain tolerance and being able to be accountable every 5th day. In the last couple years, we've watched this kind of happen where you can't really totally count on him. Has it changed your assessment of him as a pitcher and what you expect from his career? Because when he's on, he's damn good, Danny.
He's filthy. When he's on, he's filthy. I mean, probably one of the better curveballs from a lefty in all of baseball. And that's saying a lot because there's some lefties out there that have pretty decent curveballs. But to me, you said the words, when they can count on him. You can't count on him. You don't know what you're going to get if you're going to get him. And I know that in that organization, the front office kind of feels the same way. They're not going to say it publicly. And the management, the on-field staff, they feel the same way. But it's like, when is this kid going to understand how nasty he is if he goes out there and pitches?
Right.
Because, there's so many times where you don't feel 100%, but his stuff is good enough to win when he's not at 100%. And he doesn't realize that.
Should they move him now that the value's getting back high and because this seems to be his MO? If you were with the Mets, would you move him?
I would try. I don't know if there'd be any takers right now because he hasn't been able to stay on the field. And what team wants to take a chance on a guy that can't stay healthy, not even for 3 months out of the season. So I think for his sake, mentally it'd be better off for him to get it out of New York. He was born in New York, grew up in New York, get out of that limelight, go find a little, small town in the Midwest, go pitch for a team, small market team, establish yourself, and then see what happens. But, it's about staying on the field, and he can't do that right now.
I don't know. Those small towns, those little bugs, they bite you. And, if he gets a bug bite, he's not going to take them out. Danny, it's always great talking to you. It's been a little bit of a lost season for the Mets, but a small glimmer of hope here as Steven Matz has really picked it up. Check all your favorite teams' news and updates right here on the 120 Sports app.